I'm going to compare two items that I never thought I would ever say. Coke is going to be making healthy soda. Yeah, because that doesn't make any sense.
No.
So, in case you didn't know, Coca Cola actually owns a brand called Simply.
Yep.
Okay. And under this Simply brand, you may be familiar of it because it has juice like Simply Orange, Simply Apple. Well, they're going to use that Simply brand to launch a new probiotic healthy soda. Now, if that sounds similar to like Ollipop or Poppi, it's because it is. So Coca Cola is jumping on, I love this term, functional beverages. And what the hell is a functional beverage?
They make you poop.
Yes. So these healthy sodas contain probiotics or prebiotics. Some of them contain both.
See?
Soda with fiber to make you poop.
Hmm.
And this section of the market has actually exploded. And since you know that Coca Cola likes to make money, it totally makes sense for them to launch into this beverage line. I mean, seriously, they're a huge company. Why not try that? They've had some awful failures when it comes to some relaunches of soda flavors. So, totally makes sense. Let's just go ahead and copy the guys that are selling, you know?
Yeah.
So the new beverage will be available in flavors like strawberry, pineapple, mango, fruit punch, lime, citrus punch. So, here's the stats because I feel like this is the part that's important. Okay.
Yeah.
Their soda basically has 50 calories. It contains 6 grams of fiber for gut health. Plus, it has vitamin C and zinc for immunity support.
Ooh.
Now, each one of these cans has no added sugar, which is surprising when you look at how much sugar is added to a Coca-Cola. Here's the part that I think is they're going to really kind of play up. It has a base of fruit juice. Now this fruit juice does derive from concentrate, but each can contains 25 to 30% fruit juice. We actually looked it up, and Olipop and Poppi, which sounds like trolls to me now, they only contain anywhere from 3 to 7, maybe 8% juice. So 25 to 30%. Huge jump there.
Yeah.
Now, what's kind of interesting as well is one of the reasons they're launching under this Simply brand. Well, think about it. It already has a logo, it already has branding, people know the name. And so now, when them coming out with just a new beverage under this name, they don't have to spend all that money. And
Right.
plus, you're going to have consumers that are already familiar with the brand, who already buy the products, that when they see, and I'm sure that when you go to the refrigerated juice section, you will now start to see that soda in that section
Yeah.
because it makes sense.
Right underneath. Just right below.
Yeah. And so they're hoping for that brand recognition. Plus, they're hoping that because it's going to be more juice based than others, that's going to be the selling point that helps them out. Now, we actually looked at like the nutritional labels of all of these, and I did find it interesting that the fiber that will be in the Simply Pop comes from soluble corn fiber. And think about the last time you ate corn. Okay, I'm just going to leave you with that visual there.
God.
I know, but it's true.
Back to poop.
And then the other thing that was interesting is that, so when you first look at it, it doesn't have any added sugar, but the average can of Simply Pop had 10 grams of sugar. Whereas if you looked at Olipop and Poppy, they had what? It was like
Three
three
to
to
six,
five
3 to 7,
grams.
depending. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was added sugar, meaning that not only were they using juice, but then they were actually adding, I think you said the ingredients was like stevia
Some
on
of it
some of
was
them.
stevia, some of it was I was trying to compare like apples to apples. And so I was looking at two tropical fruit. So there was a tropical fruit label for the Simply Pop, and then there was a tropical fruit for Olipop. And those were the easiest ones to compare. And then so Olipop had stevia and they had fruit juice in it. So I think a lot of the sweetener was derived that way. But when we were talking about the ingredient list for the Simply Pop, their sweetener was the fruit juice, but also monk fruit.
Yes.
So they had an alternative sweetener.
Yes.
So not straight up sugar, but it
Yeah.
was much more fruit juice related for the Simply Pop than it was for the Olipop.
Now, why I think this is interesting is because if you don't know, Ollipop currently has a lawsuit against them claiming that their healthy soda is not healthy at all because they claim that all those quote unquote added sugars basically counteract the effects of probiotics. That if you were to drink a can of Olipop, that just the amount of sugar that's included in it makes any probiotics, any fiber null and void, which goes back to when we were talking about the watchdog group that is actually keeping an eye on stuff like this. And one
Mm,
of the points that they made is that you cannot promote something as, as one thing if another one of the ingredients counteracts it. And so
yeah.
that's the whole basis of the Olipop lawsuit is
Well,
sure it has probiotics, but if all the sugars making that useless, is it still a healthy soda?
so I think it's Poppy actually. Poppy has the lawsuit. It's not Olipop. And
Okay.
and when I was looking at Olipop, because it has stevia as their sweetener, that makes a little more sense. I don't know if Poppy sodas are more sugar related, but yeah, the one that just Olipop, we see you. We're trying, but no.
So then the other part, so I actually read some reviews of people that got like the soda's not technically out everywhere yet. Like it just dropped like I think this week and coming in the next coming weeks. I
Okay.
did see that you could buy it at some Albertsons locations, but not all the flavors yet. But the first reviews are not good. I read one where they said the color is all natural, no artificial colors in it. It's non-GMO, all the things that kind of like checked off boxes for them. And they were already big fans of probiotic soda, which that right there kind of cancels me out because I've tried them. They're awful. This person already liked probiotic soda, so they already knew what they were getting into. And then they settled in for like massive disappointment. They said that some of the coloring actually made it to where they understood why they would want you to drink it straight from the can and not pour it into a glass. And they also stated that in some cases, the flavor, even though it like smelled like the flavor was supposed to, the taste was so underwhelming. They suggested the only way to drink it would be to add alcohol to it. And so I did actually look it up. And apparently, if you drink alcohol with probiotics, same thing, it cancels each other out. So don't drink your Olipop, your Poppy, or your Simply Pop with alcohol, even if it does make it taste better.
I mean, if you want the probiotic benefits of it, don't drink it with alcohol. Otherwise, you might as well just use regular soda. I can't, like, I have a strange palate. I know. Like, I like kombucha. And kombucha is, there's that face. Kombucha is not for everybody. It's like tangy. I like it. I enjoy it. But it's got to be
It
certain
is an
flavors.
acquired taste similar to NyQuil.
God, I hate NyQuil. So, like, I have, you know how, like, they say that memory related to taste and smells and things like that are the
Did
strongest?
you hang
My
out at
memory.
like dumpsters of rotting fruit?
No, it's the NyQuil. The NyQuil memories
Is
will
what
haunt
makes
my dreams. Yes, that's what made I have nightmares related to NyQuil. I literally have like a physical reaction when I think of the actual favorite flavor of NyQuil. So no, friend. I'm gonna call you friend because I have other words in my mouth that I'm hiding behind friend. So, anyways, so I like kombucha. I like funky flavored things. But I don't know what it is about probiotic sodas. I've tried a couple flavors. I can't. I
no.
just can't.
And so I've tried a bunch of these because at Walmart they had a bunch of them like two for $1, where you could buy like the individual cans, like each can, and like even the Simply Pop. The suggested price on them is like $2.49, which to me is really expensive for one can of freaking soda.
Yeah.
But they had, I want to say it was Ollipop. And so they had two for $1. So I picked out, like, of course, I picked all the flavors that sounded really good. And then I immediately regretted my choice. Okay. Because after drinking one that was like, I want to say it was like strawberry something, and I love strawberry, I did not want to touch another strawberry for a long time. Okay. I even did one that was like a lemon one, and because I figured my son would love it, and it was just absolutely awful. So I'm just saying that this is an acquired taste, okay? If you have already acquired this taste, I feel bad for you, but you will soon have another option. Now, on paper, it appears that the Simply Pop brand may possibly be better, may possibly not. You'll just have to check it and see. But my goodness, A, it does not shock me that Coca Cola is jumping on this train. And B, it kind of totally makes sense to use an existing brand to launch a new product.
I can see why the fruit juice would be underwhelming though. Like if you've ever had something that just has straight fruit juice in it that's diluted down with something else, I can see why that would the flavor profile wouldn't be as strong. And then the coloring would be a little off. But like, I don't know, if you're buying natural stuff, you already expect the color to be underwhelming. But the flavor, that's a little disappointing. Like I think they have an opportunity with fruit juice, but if you're over diluting it, then that's gonna kind of cut in to the actual yumminess
That's
that
true.
could
Now, so
affect it.
tell us down below, do you like these healthy probiotic sodas? Do you think they are actually healthy? Is this like how you stop drinking regular soda? And let us know if you are going to try the new Simply Pop brand.